All right, is my mic on? Alrighty. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first project episode of Hear Me Out podcast. I am your host. I don't even have a name yet, if we're being honest. It says on the YouTube channel hunchhozayy, but I'm not trying to get copyrighted on the first one, so we just gonna go with Zay. So, my name is Zay, and I'm your man. I'm coming with a brand new project of myself, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys and let you guys listen and learn some insight on what is going on. This is the very first episode, so I wanna do an introduction basically. The first thing is, I'm going to be the host of here. This is mainly going to be an entertainment, informative type of podcast, and just kind of have me talking to you guys any way I want to, and let some steam out from the world, because the world is a really big place out here, and it's very tough for guys like me and other people in this situation to kind of operate. Anyways, if it makes sense, but I got some introduction questions. So to get you guys here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off. My actual name is Isaiah Jones. I'm from Abilene, Texas. All right, Abilene, Texas. Don't know the exact place, but you type it in. It's a pretty decent sized town. It's not no Dallas. It's not no Dallas, no Houston, but it's one of those middle ones. It's not super small, but it's not one of the big old ones either. Um, my favorite things to do. I love basketball at all times. I either train, playing, analyzing, conversation. If you let me around the basketball all day, I'll do it all day if you want me to. I mean, not if you want me to, I will do it. You know what I mean? Um, I'm 22 years old. Yeah, I just graduated college, and yeah, man, it's been a very weird experience. Actually, like leaving, getting out of college, and now you're out on your own. Like, there's no more school. Like you're thrown out into the world. No one's telling you you got classes or anything new like that. Hold on, yeah. Whew. But yeah, it's pretty it's a pretty new experience. I'm getting used to it. Got a big boy job on the way, so we about to see. You guys will get updates on that once I finally get a clear schedule, but I really want to get this first episode out. So, what did I study in school? I have a bachelor's degree in communication and a minor in mass media with a focus in film and new media and mainly production stuff. And production as in like films and stuff like this. Actually, this is a whole mic I bought myself. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see how we ride, but y'all rock with me, but we'll do that. Um, why did I start the podcast? I started this mainly to to entertain and inform people and give the little guy out there a voice. There's always there's always the guys that come from these big cities and come from all these big things, and they're the only ones people really listen to, and no one really speaks on the guy that never came from that came there's nobody really speaks on the neutral person or the middle class. And I would say that, and let me explain my version of that. People like from the middle class, I'm saying, we hear voices from the people, we shows, TVs, whatever you want to call it. We hear voices from those people that come from the top family, like their families handed down their money to them, and they just started a business and they're ready to go type of stuff. And we all know which celebrities I'm kind of talking about. Celebrities or bigwigs, whatever you want to call them. And then there's a significant jump to the ones in the bottom. And I'm talking about either from the hoods of who knows where, hoods of who knows where, or very small cities. You're like, I'm talking about towns that don't even have 1,000 people. And I come from a place that has a middle. That's mainly in the middle, like Abilene, Texas. It's one of those. It's not big enough to be considered a Dallas, a Houston, a Austin, but it's way too big to be like what small city like. I'm from West Texas, so when I hear a small city, I'm thinking Cloud. I mean not Cloud, Clyde or the Winters. The guy from small cities. Abilene's an in between place, and it's very interesting actually for to me because a lot of when people want to tell their come up stories, they're like, yeah, we came from the trenches and all that stuff, and it's like okay, and then you find out they were like a upper middle class family or person that almost had everything given to them, but they decided to go their own way because what we all know what sells in today's media. Uh, my dream job in the future is I actually want to be um a creator. Actually, I'll get into it a little bit later that I just want to be a creator of many things. I want to be a director, producer, writer, script writers. I want to just have my hand in everything as possible. Maybe own a studio in the future. We don't know, but we're gonna start here. Oh God. Oh man. Where do I see the podcast? I'm so sorry, y'all. Where do I see the podcast in the future and in the next 5 years? I see this as a brand, actually. I see this as a brand that's a jumping off point. In the next 5 years plus, I can sit there and say like, yeah, I started doing this and in my apartment in the corner, and now I'm doing all this stuff, and it was a great start for me, and I'm thank everybody that set me up to learn this type of stuff, but you kind of have to get this going on your own mainly. Interests, my favorite stuff, like I love creation, and when I say creation, I'm talking about like productions of stuff, like movie productions, music production, behind the scenes, and how do people get together, how do people do stuff, and that's just been very interesting to me because I just love a bunch of parts coming together to bring everything together because that's just very very interesting to me. And you know it's very like touch and go. I mean, most of the people around me are like don't see things the way that I see it. I'm more interested in like actor to director relationships and stuff more than the final product or how things work or what do you have to fake and what things have to be real. We can go all day about it, but I'm just giving you guys some brief things. But yeah, the podcast is very new. This is going to be a very new thing for me because this is also teaching me discipline and consistency and waiting, trying to get out and putting my voice out there and speak up and have a voice, have a brand. It's very tough. It's very tough out here for people that like me that shoot, it's very tough for people like me to get out there, and throw their throw their how do I say it? Throw their throw their ideas out and be heard. It's very tough to get a say so, to get someone to look at what your idea is and be like, yeah, that's it. But then a lot of people have to start it off the ground, and that's what you got to do. And oh man, that's tough. Future topics. I actually want to structure these things out a lot better than what this is. This is mainly introduction, getting you guys used to my voice and what you kind of want to expect. This is a form that I want to entertain and inform and give a certain side of certain stories, all right, to y'all. I'm going to probably here in a little bit. I'll get into some pop culture things as to what's going on right now, and I'll get you guys actual. It's gonna be a little quick one because this introduction's getting about 10 minutes. So, and you guys heard me blab around a lot. I have I have top five, my top five songs in my phone, so you guys can tell what type of person I am. We're like, oh, he's mainstream or any of that, but we're not trying to hear that. We love everybody here. Don't be that person. Don't be that person in the comment sections. That's like, man, you only listen to mainstream. You don't know anything. Listen, I'm here to listen to everybody. Okay, I just got the five songs in my phone right now. Okay, it's tough out here. And I also, oh, another thing, I also want this to be as interactive as possible. I got the socials, I got the comment section at the bottom since I'm planning on putting this on the YouTube. So, the comment section, y'all get down there and, give me suggestions or let me know. I need feedback as much as possible. I need feedback. I love the conversation. Being as social as possible is what people do nowadays. And, you got to be out here you got to put out your opinion out. And I am not that judgmental person. I've learned to not judge as hard as what I used to be, and let people have their opinion, and I'll give you my opinion, and then we call it a day. Everybody's so quick to get hurt nowadays, and it's very, very annoying. Very annoying from my point of view. Anyways, oh man, let's get into the top five songs, man. This is running a little bit longer than I thought, but I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes, y'all, so bear with me. Top five songs in my iPhone right now. I'm gonna go, and I'll explain them as we go. I want to start with one that probably everybody knows about more. It is a weekend song. It's off of his new album. It's at the After Hours, and it's Snow Child. Snow Child. I don't know why, but I love storytelling, and he pretty much explained himself how his come up went. And oh yeah, he's a singing person, but hey, The Weeknd got bars. I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. The Weeknd do be spitting some stuff, but you get lost in the vocals sometimes. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Lil Uzi Vert and Future, Heart in Pieces, off of that Baby Pluto and Pluto. It's one of those ones that's not very like mainstream, the ones that everybody heard and everybody's heard from that stuff. I like to listen to projects and find the ones that nobody's really talking about and finding that really good. But that is what it is. There's an old T-Pain song in here. It's not really old, it's more like 2017. It's called Who Died, really. And I don't know why, but that one speaks to me differently. And like basically it speaks to me differently in the sense of, yo, like, who died and made you the boss. Like, I leave for a little bit and come back, y'all act new, like I didn't start this. And knowing and figuring out stuff in the future, figuring it out in the future, y'all are gonna realize that I feel like I started a lot of stuff around me that people pick up late and claim as theirs, but I didn't really have a voice until recently to say like, yo, bro, you got that from me, or yeah, I'll put you on to this, or a different way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the last two are some other ones. This last one is called from Akeem Ali. Y'all don't really know that much about him, but hey, go watch. Just type in Akeem Ali, Akeem, and then Ali, Ali. Then do Kima Casanova should be one of the things to pop up, and it's a very retro sounding beat with new style flow, and it's very, I don't know, it just speaks differently to me, as it combines two sounds of music. It's like a vibe of the, I don't want to get this wrong, I would say some type of R&B, and maybe the not 90s R&B or 80s, maybe 70s. I don't know, I'm not that very musically into it as it's supposed to. But it combined with the bars that people say now, like we can sit here and debate all day, like which generation who has the best bars. But this man was really nice with it. I don't care what y'all say. And then number five, this last one is going to lead into the next topic, and it's going to be "Summertime Magic" by Childish Gambino. And I picked Childish Gambino for a reason because this man has inspired me. Inspired me. We'll go into inspirations a little bit, but this is one of the men that out there that let me know that it's okay to be different. You know, it's not. He's told his story plenty of times that he didn't come from the bottom, the very much the bottom, or he's trying to get to the top. Like, his parent, both he had both his parents in his life. He grew up around children. He's funny. He's a not self-proclaimed, but he's nerdy-ish. He's given those other black people a voice and put their names out there. And he might have stopped doing music, but he's still like as in long term doing albums and stuff. But he'll still drop a song. He's doing directing, producing, starring in his own shows. Y'all go watch Atlanta. It's very good. It's really, really good. I still watch it on back to back whenever I want to. So, that man has really inspired me to be like, yo, do what you want to do out there. Do what you want to do. If you're good enough, if you're good enough, go and do it. If you want to dabble in this, go ahead. If you want to dabble in this, go ahead. Because this man has a lot of things under his belt. He has artists. I want to call him a straight up artist. And you can take that in any way you want to. He can do music. He can do that. He can do comedy. He can do that. He can direct. He can do that. He can produce. He can do that. He can do it all at the same time if he needs to. And that's really where I want to come from. So, oh man, it's a little bit harder than I thought. But we out here, But we out here. So more interest from me. Y'all are gonna get a lot of news up here. Maybe some quick little news topics that I'll probably talk about. And another interest for me is like, I love football, basketball. I'm a wrestling nerd, as in like WWE. Not really much into the new ones like the AEWs, the New Japans, but mainly I follow World Wrestling Entertainment. And you know what, y'all can come at me or whatever you want, but I like what I like. Straight up, ain't nothing what it is. I like what I like, and there is a community for it. And that's another thing I want to tell you guys. Go out, don't be afraid to like what you like. And if people roast you about it, then you need to get away from those people. That's pretty much it. I know plenty of times I've gotten into conversations with friends and they start to roast you for liking what you like, and I just found that crazy funny. I got a couple homeboys that done things a little differently, and even I've gotten on them, but they like what they like, and I did my little 30-second or a minute roasting or whatever. Like, oh hey, this dude over here like this. I'm like, okay, fine, that's whatever. But it's like that's just how it is. That's just how it is. If a man likes to do stuff, he likes to do stuff differently. I'm not finna make fun of him for being a person. We all can't like the same things. Come on now. Yeah, man. But I want to get into. Yeah, this is gonna be over 20, but whatever. We gonna go into some quick little stuff. I got some childhood stories that are probably gonna come out in the future. I got some topics that I want to talk about in the future. I already have some topics planned out. I already think I have like my next 5 potential episodes ready to go. Hopefully, we spread out topics, but I want this to be as interactive. So if I can get a chance to get some friends on here through a Zoom call or something, or even get some other people here with me and talk about, and just have a conversation. Podcasts are very soothing, and they're just conversations put it in front of a camera with some mics. People tend to let things go and explain things a lot differently in a calm environment with people that are your friends, better than there's all these interviews with a bunch of people in the room, and they want you to, it's these tell-alls, which is like wild to me. Like, yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of people together and tell your business about other people. Like, that's crazy to me. Social media is social media is taking over a lot of people's lives, but I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go, and that's gonna be a topic for another time. Oh shoot! So this is March 20th, 2021. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about some wrestling news if you guys want to. So this will be very quick. WrestleMania is upon us. WrestleMania is upon us, and I'm always ready because it's usually the biggest show of the year. A lot of the stars, like a lot of people you grown up watching, come back for the once in a lifetime or whatever. But and a lot of new guys get out there. But it's WrestleMania season. If y'all are interested, let me know in the comments or message me if you guys want to talk about it more. But that's it. I'm gonna let that go. Let's go into sports news. Oh man, the NCAA, the college basketball conundrum, the thing that had the men's versus women's weight room. To my personal thing, it's pretty. That's just sad, actually, because coming from a former athlete, it's just really sad to see, especially in the time we are now, to see a difference in like the weight room requirements, especially with literally just a room and then an entire room. I mean, everybody. It's only been like a day, and people have already like said that this is all the way messed up. This is worse than anything that's going on, but it's pretty bad. I don't want athletes are athletes, men, women, whatever. Athletes are athletes. Resources. There's no reason the NCAA is should do that to the women because they're just as out there as much. They have the same opportunities as the men. Equality wise, they have the same opportunity as the men to have a tournament and go to the respective leagues, and that could be. And we can talk about the difference between the leagues, whatever, money wise or whatever, if y'all want to get into that. But let's just keep it general here. They both have the opportunity to get into a league, and it's very disrespectful in the way that it is handled on both sides. The men get all this, and the women get close to nothing, and that's just sad. That's just sad. I mean, everybody has spoken out about it, and for the NCAA to just come up and not even say like, "Oh, my bad" or something like that, it is pretty messed up. It is pretty messed up along, but you gotta have people. This is why accountability and keep people in check needs to be a thing, because a lot of people, a lot of businesses are getting exposed out here. A lot of businesses are getting exposed. All these bigwigs, all these people in the chairs are getting exposed because their practices are being laid out in front of people like, yo, we hear about the big ones, but what about the ones that don't even get a chance? Don't even get a chance because you haven't set them up for anything. That's pretty much disrespectful. That's disrespectful. And that's, if you know me as a person, I do not tolerate disrespect in any shape or form. Disrespect from anybody. And that could come from a child. I mean, sure, a child and all that stuff to the older generation. You're not gonna disrespect me because I haven't disrespected you. Like, don't talk to people lesser than what they are. We're all humans out here. We're all trying to make things work. Just because you're having a bad day, that doesn't mean you got to make sure someone else has a bad day. I never understood that. Never understood that mindset. Like, sure, you've had some troubling times, but I'm not going to put that on someone else. Why are you putting your troubles on someone else? That person is having a great day, if not worse, and that's how we get conflict. And nowadays, everybody, as soon as there's conflict, people pull out their phones. No one's calling, people. No one's keeping people in check. There's no accountability in the world. As soon as you see somebody, I've seen so many videos of people having a conflict or whatever it is, and people pull out their phones. Nobody is stepping in. People are just watching, live streaming, to be that person to get that opportunity. I don't know. I say that now, and then I'm gonna end up recording something crazy. That's probably what's gonna happen. But whatever, man. Oh goodness. But this is reaching a good amount of time. I mean, I want to get into some more stuff with you guys, and I want to talk talk a little bit more. But this is getting kind of long, and I know some of you guys might have checked out or have or what is the word? Got a pretty good sense of who I am. And if I did a bad job about that, I'm sorry. We gonna stick around for the next episode and we gonna see how it is. Right now, sitting at it's gonna be the Hear Me Out podcast. And you're gonna hear out my opinions, like it's just coming from somebody that was in the middle of everything, come from the low, but I'm starting from the bottom. I was all up in college, had the world in front of me. Now the world's in front of me, and I feel pretty small. It's pretty tough out here, man. And if you guys want to sit there and rock with me, and go on this journey of life from a 22-year-old black man from Abilene, Texas, taking on the world, y'all know what to do. All I ask is for you guys to like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your friends that I'm out here. Maybe you could become a potential guest. I already have a list of people that I want to contact in the future. And it's a lot of close friends that I know that will give good conversation and give different mindsets of what the world, what they see, how they see the world, and what happens in the world. But you know, go some advice for the future. Tell your people you love them. Go do something. Go do something. Don't sit down all day. Go do something great. Go outside, smell the roses. Pet your dog. Go work out. Go walk around. Watch a new show. Ain't nothing much. Tackle every day like it's tackle every day, bro. It's already hard enough to be at the bottom. It's already hard enough to be a certain color. It's already hard enough to be a certain demographic out here. And now I'm speaking from an American first world perspective, but it's still hard out here. I have respect for those that are above me as much as the ones that are below me, because we are all given these opportunities to be out here. Whether if you believe in God or not, we are all on this planet Earth to make things better. But yeah, man. Hopefully, I get this video out. I will try my best to get the socials on the YouTube channel and get things up and running. But I'm planning on in the next week or so to get another episode out. But you know what I'm saying? Only this is all God's plan. God's plan told me to go ahead and start this, but we're gonna keep it going. All right. So what I need you guys to do is like, comment, please comment, and subscribe to this channel and let me know how this is going. Don't be afraid if you think I suck, go ahead and put down that I suck. I might respond. I don't know. Respond. I might have time that day. You know what I'm saying? you know, but but I take all criticism. All criticism is good criticism, whether it's good or bad. And I take it more from the people that I love more than a random person that has nothing. The random person that doesn't even have a profile picture on their thing. So, but either way, I still read all as much as possible, man. But man, this is getting to 30 minutes. So thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for listening and giving me a first time a chance out here on this platform and stick around with me to be something great. And if not further ado, I will see you guys later. This has been your man Zay on the Hear Me Out podcast. The first episode is in the wraps. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later.